consumers today expect the information to be delivered to them in any way that's possible, and actually in the most effective way. So that really means that any kind of device should support any kind of content that it should deliver. So there, with the proliferation of so many different devices today, you just have so many kind of user scenarios and user expectations that a brand and marketers really have for that. So let's just run through one of these typical journeys that people have with their one or many of their devices every day. Okay, so in the morning, your smartphone rings. It's used as an alarm clock. So the first thing people may do is check Facebook to see what friends are up to. Then at the breakfast table, you say, you read the latest news while listening to a radio show. Yeah. On the bus, you can check it on the smartphone. You can check video highlights of a football match, or you can again, communicate with friends via email or via Twitter. Um, at lunch on the smartphone, a colleague says, "Hey, check out this new movie." You can book tickets. Um, then you can, send chats while you're walking, while you're sitting outside. With your laptop at the office, you can again check mail, and then maybe see that your cousin's has a birthday next weekend, and you can send something again. Again, smartphone in the coffee break, you can search for present idea to send something to your girlfriend, and so it goes on and on. You go over in the afternoon. You can maybe walk into a store. You can check your smartphone for special offers, or you can check barcodes on the bus and the desktop. So it goes on. Basically, these devices are very close to you every day, and really all day. And what's important there is that they're different devices to send that marketing message across. So you have an iPad, or a tablet device, you have a smartphone, and you have a PC, and that experience needs to be very, very consistent across the board there. So that's why, because there are so many devices and they are very close to each other, to the people, the multiple screens really affect consumer behavior in the sense that there has to be a very consistent experience across each of these devices. Mobile websites are constrained by smaller display and limited control and input, and PC websites are free of these constraints. And tablets are somewhere in between. They're really as a very, very distinct opportunity for each of these devices. And for instance, the mobile device has a native functionalities, such as photos and video, take GPS location, and touchscreen, and it has a smartphone has the edge that it's smaller than a tablet. So each of these devices has a very, very special functionality that can be used by marketeers. Taking advantage of these functionalities means that the brands are able to offer very rich and interactive experience to each of these consumers. And again, it needs to be consistent. So while the available native functionalities in today's smartphones and tablets are really, really high, the expectations are really high as well. So marketeers really need to create more of a compelling experience to get consumers to engage with these on the mobile journey in a very consistent way, like I said before. Um, what's important is to understand that the engagement that a marketer and like a brand can do today is, can be all day. So time-wise, you don't have chunks of time, like time windows. We see, if somebody walks outside and sees this billboard, we have his attention for 10 seconds. That's really changed due to multi-screen. You can actually expect, if you're clever, you can expect that an audience will really engage with you from the time they wake up, to the time they go to bed at night. If you do that well, that can be a wholly different experience that a brand can have with this audience. So again, relevance is key. I'm not saying anything new here. I think that's been a marketing for 100 years. But you have to be able to deliver a very relevant content, because actually, if people see advertising and spam as something that's not relevant to them, they will really perceive it as advertising and spam. But if advertising is something that people really like and they like to see, they don't really consider it as advertising. They consider it as content. So that's really where brands should go, and the marketing agencies should help them on that journey. every device has special functionalities that work really well. So for instance, on a smartphone or on a feature phone, even just on a regular phone device, you can basically add things such as very simple features, but they're great, like click to call. So that means if you have a phone number, basically you can click it straight away so to call somebody. Okay, so that wasn't really it's not a compelling feature on a PC and not really a compelling feature on a tablet, because a PC, for instance, I mean, in any dedicated PC doesn't really have telephone connectivity, and people don't really call it other than with Skype and stuff like that. So that's coming a little bit, but in general, it's great if you have a mobile device and you have click to call. That's one of these things. Another one, and this goes basically for tablets as well as mobile devices such as smartphones, is any kind of location-based service. Okay, so when you are somewhere and you say, please locate me, identify me, or then you enter something, say, I'd like to find the nearest ice cream parlor or something here. So that's something that works great for smartphones, that GPS-enabled phones. That works great for tablets, but doesn't work so great for PCs. But people don't really lug their laptop or the PCs around them. Let's not turn on. So that's something else. So those things are really great to use in a specific scenario, and that's why that those are features that work well for one specific device and maybe not so well for another.